Okay, stoik skanatoni. Gyochbota. It's a cold morning and it's snowing. This is our first snow of the season. Sunday morning, September 30th, 2018. And I'm out here at Spopikami for my usual Sunday dawn patrol. Just finished it actually. Did my round of phenological survey with my student, who's now driven away. And I took a little bit of footage of some of the animal activity and scenery that was going on out here. The beavers are busy kind of plugging some of the cold vents in their roof, you know, patching up their lodge a bit. And still, of course, gathering their winter food supply. There's a lot of mallards and Canada geese around. Still seeing the kingfisher and also the great blue heron, who's out on the river at this point. And yeah, just the crazy colors out here, you know, walking through the forest, all the different hues of red and gold and orange. And it's a nice time of year, but it's also for me, you know, I've got to come to terms with the fact that my summer season is over, which is all right. Rolling into my winter work, and a couple of weeks in, really. It's not even winter yet, but I'm adjusting. I'm adapting. I got a neat case the other day. I haven't kind of recorded much film since I think Wednesday or Thursday. But Friday I was just teaching all day. I taught a field course out here for city workers. Took them around the pond and talked to them about some of the developments that I've watched over the decade or more I've been out here and how they've affected the wildlife positively and negatively and that kind of thing. And then I taught my college class in the afternoon and took them. It's a group that's half of them are training for line cook profession, so I took them for a walk around the coulees by the college just to show them some of the plant foods that are out there, and we covered quite a bit. That was my Friday. Saturday morning, Mahoney and I went to the farmer's market, and then I got this case that we're gonna follow in video here. But basically what's happened is that the local Costco has a small bird living inside the warehouse, and it's been there for about 3 months. And so some of the people on the floor decided to contact me and see if I could help the bird out and get it out of there. I went to go check out the scene and meet with the management and stuff Saturday after the farmer's market and just investigate. What I found was that, you know, there is a male house sparrow living in there, and it's sticking mostly around the pet food aisle, not too surprisingly. And the managers say they think he's drinking from a drain in the back of the store, which makes sense. So he's surviving and everything, but it's he'd probably appreciate being released from the warehouse. So I do have a little sparrow trap or small bird trap, net trap at the house. I haven't ever used it before. It's one of my pieces that I inherited from one of the other trappers in Lethbridge that has passed away. His family gave me all of his old traps, including this bird trap. So it'll be my first use of it, and it'll be interesting to see how it works. That'll be carried out some point this week. So that was my Saturday morning to afternoon, and then in the evening I was out at the Rumble in the Cage event, a MMA promotion. That's really been the longest MMA promotion in Canada. This is Rumble in the Cage 59. So it was pretty nice. I haven't been involved with a fight for a bit now. It's just a few months, I think, since our last promotion in town here. So it was good to be in that atmosphere again for an evening. Today I'm just gonna go set up a skunk trap. Belle's at the house, so I'm gonna visit with her a bit. I'm considering tubing Charlie and getting a little bit of hands on his injury to see just how dry his hemipenes are. He's been, you know, still remaining very active around his enclosure, and at some points even looks like he's trying to cover himself up, you know. He's moved a lot of the mossy material that I have in there. He moves it around and gets underneath it and stuff. Sometimes kind of piles it up in front of the entrance to his den to make the entrance even more concealed, I think, or I don't know what he's up to actually, but he's doing something. But yeah, I might tube him today. I don't know. I might wait till tomorrow when the house is quieter and Belle's not around to tube him. So it's not I don't feel like I'm in a really rushed position, given that he's not displaying symptoms of being sick or anything. But yeah, have that maybe coming up today, maybe coming up tomorrow, and I don't know what else. I don't know what else we're gonna get into today other than that, but I just play it by ear. Sweetie, come check this out.
Oh my god, you took him out?
Yeah, I've got him tubed. He's perfectly safe. But I'm just checking out his, it is really dry.
Oh, I'm really scared.
It's nothing to be scared of. He's perfectly, he can't get me. Yeah, it's very dry.
Okay.
Alright.
Put him back. I can't. You might turn around or something in that tube.
No, he's gonna go further into the tube and he's gonna just go out the other side is what he's gonna do.
Okay, close one door. Close one door.
Yeah, don't worry. Calm down. This is what they're made to do. Piece of cake. Look.
Oh my god, that's
See
scary.
how safe that is?
Oh my god.
It's wicked safe.
That was really scary. My dogs are out.
I know, but it's perfectly safe.
He's big enough to eat drama. Oh my god, that was scary.
He's not big enough to eat drama.
Yeah, he's scary.
Alright, so it's now nighttime and everybody's gone to bed, or at least is off in other rooms. It's quiet, and I always feel like the snake can sense agitation, and so it wasn't necessarily good to have him in that situation where Mahoney was freaking out. I didn't think she was going to do that. Anyway, I wanted to give you a closer look at the issue. This is the hemipenes, and they are very dry to the touch. Somebody put an idea out there that I should maybe soak and see how that goes, but I don't think that's the direction I want to go. They're dry enough to my touch now. I know that they're not going to retract. Now the big question is, will they fall off, or do we have to have them cut off? The other big thing is that, now look how calm he is, eh? Not even rattling. And I think, this is because, like I say, it really, the snake can read the people's feelings that are working with it. He gets a little bit creeped out if I start moving around, of course, because he's never had this experience before, right? This is all brand new today. That's okay, me too. I don't normally tube. I normally hold by the head. But seeing as how the problem is at the bottom, tubing makes sense. Different when they're in a net, and I just have like an inch of neck to work with. You can't really tube in that situation, but this is a really safe alternative to working on a snake's lower half of their body. Any case, I need to have I'm going to put a couple of jagged rocks, I think, into the enclosure with Charlie here and see if over the next few weeks he's able to remove this issue himself. I will probably consult a vet because I need a plan B in place anyway, and that plan B needs to involve antibiotics in case he starts slowing down at all, and I recognize that there's anything like a infection setting in. I want to be able to deal with that. So I'm going to talk to one of the vets that worked here maybe 15 or more years ago with the founder of the program, helping him put some pit tags in snakes. He might be willing, but we'll see what I can find. In any case, yeah, I need a plan B. I need an antibiotic plan in case he needs it. I'm not going to introduce antibiotics preventatively because, I don't know, it just goes against my philosophy in general myself. I don't put antibiotics in my system because they wipe out as much good flora in the body as bad flora. So, but this guy seems to have a lot of strength, a lot of energy, seems to be in good health. He's just got this issue, right? And this could end up bad. Like, I've never seen a snake necessarily survive from this other than Rupert, who we had his hemipenes amputated, but I don't know if he survived because I released him when it was time for them to go hibernate or brumate. And he never ate while he was with me, and the last poop that he had blood in it. So I have yet to see this guy defecate. I have yet to feed him. All of that is yet to come, But Charlie, so far, I think he's got a good chance of survival. And so we'll look into getting antibiotics on the back burner if we need them, and go from there.